Listen, do not rush this story. Lower your voice, calm your heart, because some stories are not told with noise. They are told with silence. There are pains that shout, and there are pains that sit quietly inside the chest, until breathing itself becomes heavy. This is one of those stories. It is the story of a woman whose name was spoken in prayers, long before it was spoken in courtrooms. Her name is Chinonso. In her language, that name means God is near. But life would ask her a painful question. If God is near, why does suffering feel so far away from help? Before betrayal learned her address, before documents arrived like thunder without rain, before her children were counted like properties, there was peace, there was laughter. There was a woman who believed that love once found stayed. Chinonso was born in a Nigerian village where mornings began before the sun fully woke. Roosters announced the day. Women swept the earth with brooms made of patience. Children ran barefoot, laughing without knowing what fear was. She was a tall child, fair-skinned, striking even in simplicity. But what stood out most was not her beauty, it was her stillness. She listened more than she spoke. In the evenings, when the air cooled and the sky turned orange, she sat among elders. They spoke slowly, because wisdom does not hurry. They said, "Life will not ask if you are ready. It will test you anyway." They spoke of endurance, of dignity, of faith that survives storms. Her mother taught her silence when words would cause trouble. Her father taught her strength without cruelty. And Chinonso grew, believing deeply that goodness was enough. She did not know then that goodness often attracts those who want to destroy it. The day Chinonso left Nigeria, her mother held her hands for a long time. No long speeches, just prayers. Because African mothers know that the world outside home does not always love their children. Italy was different. Milano moved fast. People spoke quickly. No one waited. She worked hard. She kept her head low. She carried her accent like a badge of survival. Loneliness became familiar, but she held on. She did not know that destiny was already walking toward her on a train platform. It happened on an ordinary day. A train station in Milano. Crowded, loud. She stood quietly, and then he noticed her. His name was Peruzzi, Italian, tall, well-dressed, confident in a way that felt safe. He spoke first. She smiled politely. Conversation followed. He asked about her culture. She explained patiently. He admired her calm. She trusted his attention. It felt harmless. It felt genuine, and slowly, something like love began to grow. Marriage did not come with fireworks. It came with comfort. A home was built. A life was shared. Children followed. 3 of them. 1 boy, 2 girls. Beautiful children. Half African fire, half European grace. Dinner tables were full of laughter. Photos captured moments that felt eternal. Chinonso became a mother whose world revolved around her children. She cooked, she prayed, she loved deeply. She did not notice when Peruzzi began to withdraw. Distance does not announce itself. It whispers. Something changed, not suddenly, not loudly, but steadily. Conversation shortened, affection cooled, silence replaced warmth. Chinonso blamed herself. African women are taught to fix what is breaking. She prayed more. She tried harder. She did not know that the marriage had already ended. On paper, in secret, while she was still fighting for love, the law had already written a different ending. The day the papers arrived, there was no warning, no argument, no shouting, no last conversation, just an envelope. White, official, heavy. The post person handed it to Chinonso. With the same neutrality one hands a receipt. She signed. She closed the door. She opened the envelope. And in that moment, the ground beneath her shifted. It was a divorce, not a discussion, not a request, a decision already made. Her name was printed neatly. Her marriage summarized in paragraphs. 20 years reduced to ink and stamps. She read it again and again, looking for a mistake. There was none. Peruzzi had divorced her without her consent. Silence filled the room, not the peaceful kind, the kind that presses on the chest until breathing feels like work. Courtrooms do not care about tears. They care about documents. Chinonso stood before the law, with her truth in her heart and fear in her hands. Peruzzi sat across from her, calm, prepared, confident. He had planned this. Custody was discussed. Like business, who gets Even the best intentions are delayed. Chinonso prayed. She believed that God was near, and she clung to that, even when every door was closed. Her children grew without her arms around them. Birthdays passed, with only memories in her mind. Night times became long, empty corridors, where the devil is stolen.